Vandals have damaged a sacred site in northeast of Victoria, spraying it with graffiti. Let's deep dive.
Sometimes a story just grabs you and you feel you need to dig into it a bit more.
Yeah.
That's definitely how I felt seeing the news about Paradise Falls and Victoria's King Valley.
The defacement incident.
Exactly. It's this pretty incredible 31-meter rock face, about 300 k's northeast of Melbourne. But it's so much more than just geology. It's a really, really significant meeting place for women in Indigenous culture.
Deeply significant.
And then local people found graffiti on it. An advocacy group, always was, always will be, Be Pangering Country. They shared it online and, well, their reaction was powerful.
Understandably so.
So yeah, for this deep dive, let's unpack that. What makes Paradise Falls so important? What was that immediate reaction? And, what's happening with the investigation now?
Well, the significance piece is crucial. You have this beautiful spot, right? Alpine region, popular walking track.
The Falls walking track, yeah.
Right. But beneath that, it's designated as a sacred women's place. Now, that term, it usually points to places with very specific uses.
Like ceremonies. Or
Exactly. Ceremonies, special teachings, cultural practices, things specifically connected to women and passed down, generationally.
Okay. So deeply tied to spiritual and social life, transferring knowledge.
Precisely. It's woven into the fabric of their culture.
Which makes that reaction from always was, always will be Pangering Country. It makes so much sense. The language they used was incredibly strong.
Very strong. You could feel the anger, the frustration. It wasn't just annoyance. It was a sense of profound violation.
Yeah, violation feels like the right word.
And it connects to something deeper than just spray paint on a rock.
What do you mean?
Well, they mentioned nasty, nasty juju, didn't they?
Yeah.
And that the ancestors know who did this.
Right, I saw that.
That highlights the spiritual dimension. For them, this isn't just criminal damage. It's like a desecration. It has real spiritual weight and consequence in their worldview.
And it seems the wider public picked up on that gravity, too.
Oh, definitely. The comments online, the backlash, people calling it abhorrent, questioning the mindset behind it.
There was a lot of emphasis on the history, too. How long this place has been sacred.
Yeah, which really underscores the disrespect.
So where do things stand with the police? They're investigating, I know.
Yes, Victoria Police have launched an investigation. They've clarified something important, too.
Which is?
That currently there's no specific evidence suggesting it was a targeted attack against the Indigenous community as such.
Okay, so potentially random vandalism, not necessarily hate-motivated based on current evidence.
That seems to be the initial assessment. But importantly, that doesn't lessen the impact on the community.
No, of course not. The hurt is still there, regardless of intent.
Exactly. It still feels like an attack on their heritage, on a sacred space. It shows how vulnerable these sites are.
And we should also remember, this group always was, always will be Pangering Country. They're involved in broader advocacy, aren't they?
Yes, very much so. They're actively working for the reestablishment of Be Pangering tribal lands.
Right, and pushing for correct signage in national parks in the area.
Correct. So this incident, this defacement, it doesn't happen in isolation for them. It slots into this much larger context.
You mean it fuels their fight for recognition?
Absolutely. It's part of a long history, dispossession of fighting to have their culture and lands respected. So seeing a sacred site treated like this, it just reinforces why that fight for proper recognition for land, for accurate signage, is so vital. It's all connected.
It's about protecting their identity, their sacred places.
Fundamentally, yes.
So wrapping this up, we're talking about the violation of a place with immense cultural meaning, a cherished, sacred women's place.
Generations of significance.
Yeah. And it really leaves you thinking, doesn't it? What does it say about us, about society, when places held sacred for so long can just be disregarded like this?
It's a tough question. It certainly highlights a need for greater understanding, maybe greater respect for these cultural landscapes that are just invaluable.
Something we definitely need to protect. Makes you think.
Man, it is going on. What punishment should be given if they are caught? Comment it. Thanks.